up, everybody? I'm Chef Mike Jerez, and
I'm John Baruti.
And we are the
Million Dollar Food Guys. So we're sitting here and we're talking about, okay, what's going to be the next episode, right?
Correct.
And Mike brought up a perfect thing that I'm not so crazy about talking about. I got to be honest, because that's my business, but the whole allergy thing, right?
Correct.
So gluten-free is a gigantic thing right now.
Correct.
I own not only a bakery, but an ice cream store. And I will say this, Michael. Last summer, ice cream store we're talking about, we got the most phone calls ever. Do you have gluten-free product? We have maybe 3 or 4 items. We have sorbet, we have Italian ice, but they're like, no. This place in Asbury or Red Bank or whatever, New York, has gluten-free ice cream. Do you have it? So we actually started looking, and we will have a gluten-free ice cream this year.
Now, where is gluten in ice cream? I don't understand where that is.
Everywhere, dude.
Really?
It's if you look at ice cream, you look at the ingredients, whey and gluten from cookie dough ice cream.
But if you're
Oreo cookies.
But if you're a purist making ice cream at home, which is cream, eggs,
sugar. No doubt.
There's no gluten in it.
That's correct. But on a basis of a
commercial part, you're talking about toppings added to it.
Everything. No. Michael, if you read the ingredients that we put in our ice cream, a lot of it has gluten in it. A lot of it. The inclusions, right? Most of them have some sort of...
I wouldn't even... you know what? You're the first time bringing it up.
I know.
I would never, ever thought about it.
Absolutely. And either did I, right? And here's the thing. So I own a bakery. I'm a little nervous about talking about this because it's my livelihood. The reality is my wife is celiac. My sister-in-law is celiac. Celiac basically means you're allergic to gluten. Now, me and Mike were talking about, the gluten thing's bull. I don't want to say, but it's bull. It's made up by doctors, right? And I don't disagree with that.
Well, because me cooking 20 years ago, cooking in the industry, there was no such thing as gluten-free. We cooked everything.
There was a little bit of the peanut thing.
A tiny bit. Allergy, yes. But there was no such thing as gluten-free. And as the years went on, this gluten-free, and I'm like, well, I've been cooking for 34 years now, and I never heard of this before.
Right. But how many phone calls have you gotten?
Listen, I get 15 emails a week. What's gluten-free? So I create my menu today as 2019, 90% gluten-free.
Right. Now, I don't have that luxury.
Because of that.
Yes.
But also... what is gluten? Like, that's the big issue, is people don't know what gluten is.
Well, it's wheat.
It's wheat, but it's also soy.
It is soy.
And you know what, too? As I cook a lot of Asian, I was brought up on Italian. I was just telling John.
Yeah, we're just having this conversation.
I was brought up on Italian and Polish food.
But he cooks Asian.
Like, hardcore Italian, hardcore Polish. Like, straight from Italy, straight from Poland. But I cook Asian, so where the hell did I come from? I have no idea. And
so
my mom's still like that. She's like, where the hell did you...
Okay, so noodles, right? So in the Asian
No, it's the soy.
Oh, okay.
All Asian food is based on soy sauce.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. So soy is gluten, which
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. So you
Yes.
would ice cream, I didn't know that soy was a gluten.
Correct. All soy is gluten.
Interesting.
So if you and a 99.9% of any Asian dish has some sort of soy product in it. Yeah. So it was tough for me to adjust my recipes, my sauces to be gluten-free. I had no idea what that, and now I think about it, oh my God, the addition of cookies and all that shit, because that's what the people want.
Literally everything. So in my house, right?
Because I'm thinking ice cream, because I make ice cream. We have an ice cream maker, we have a gelato maker.
Everything.
And we, basic recipe. It's sugar, it's eggs, it's cream,
milk.
It's a basic solid.
Yep.
And I never thought about gluten.
When you go a
when
little
you add to a product to it,
cookie dough, Oreos,
and I never even thought about that.
I mean, and okay, so people with technically, I don't admit this, but technically, I'm supposed to be dairy intolerant, right? Mike's known me forever. My stomach is effed up forever.
For 50 years, by the way.
50 years. So everybody's told me I've had everything under the sun. Irritable bowel. Now I'm gluten intolerant. I've been, name it, I've been
That's reality. That's a reality.
It is the reality. So, and basically when I was very young, I said, I'm sorry, screw you all. I'm going to eat what I want. The reality is, when I eat better, I feel better, right? So I own a bakery that does millions of dollars to... So this is a tough subject for me. But as a bakery, we are formulating a gluten-free product. We can't be certified. We're a gluten factory, right? We have gluten. Gluten basically is in the air. So you come into the bakery, you could smell the yeast. You can smell the gluten. So we won't be gluten certified, but I have to come up with a formula in order to service my customers that, like Mike, that are having issues. We do a lot of sandwich places. We do a lot of breakfast places. We do a lot of places that say, hey, John, what can you offer us that's gluten-free?
Correct.
As of right now, I can only offer a wrap that is purchased and resold. I need to come up with something that is gluten, they call it gluten-friendly.
Sure.
So it will be gluten-free, but it will be made in a gluten factory. But the people that are fairly intolerant, not so intolerant, but fairly intolerant, can survive with it. And it's basically the reason we're coming up with this and talking about it is because it's a hot issue. This is, for our businesses, it's a problem.
Absolutely. And I have no problem doing gluten-free. I'm a big supporter of allergies. I'm a big supporter of FPIEs, which is a food protein disorder. A young boy I know, Landon, has FPIEs. He can only, I think he's up to like 20 ingredients now, but he can only, when I first met him, he could only eat 8 ingredients.
Wow.
And if he didn't, we kept a certain cutting board, a certain knife, a certain pen.
I didn't know that.
And if he had cross-contamination, he could actually die instantly if he got cross-contamination. So I'm a big supporter of it. I have no issues with it. The issues I have with it are the people that are fake about it.
This is what we talk. This is how this episode started.
Right.
He gets aggravated, so we'll talk about it.
Because the issue I have is people are doing it for dietary restrictions. Right. People are doing it just to be cool, or
it's the new
I'm
thing.
The new thing.
Right.
I want to be gluten-free.
Right.
Hey, listen. I have no problem with celiac disease. I have no problem with people that actually have food-borne illnesses. Listen, I support our allergy community 1,000%. And the people who know me know this. Yeah. I do work for very special...
the doctors do put it in our heads.
Absolutely,
right?
but I do very special work with very special children of only certain degrees, and you know who you are, that I take care of you personally when you come in, that I make with special cutting board and special pans. I do all this stuff for you because I care about your well-beingness. The problem that I have is the doctor's just free, I got sick today. Oh, you're allergic to gluten. Why? Right. Did you really do the test? Did you really break it down? Did you?
It's the newest thing for them.
It
just is.
And it's so easy to just say you're gluten-free or you have celiac.
And when a guy like me that literally I've had stomach problems my whole life, I just have. And I've been told the newest thing is always my issue, right? Like, I don't even mention it anymore when I go to doctors. They'll be like, what's your problem, John? I'm good. When I was younger, I was trying to figure it out. So I'd be like, well, I have diarrhea all the time, and my stomach's all screwed up, and I have gas, and I just have all these issues. Oh, you're irritable bowel. That was the thing at the time. And then I was allergic to this and allergic to that. And whatever the new thing is, they would diagnose me with. So it's
well, it became fashionable.
Fashionable.
And that's the key word. It became fashionable.
Yes.
And the issue that I have is people coming in going, oh, I'm on a
Crohn's
diet.
disease. Crohn's is big.
I'm gluten-free because I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet because I want to be gluten-free.
Right.
Stop it. Right. I want to service the people who actually have this issue and who actually are dealing with it on a personal and level. They're in CHOP. Their kids are involved. Yeah. That's what I have no issue in the world taking care of these people. But when a doctor is fashionably just deciding...
Right. And it's not the people. It's really not us. It's the doctors.
I ate at a restaurant. I got the trots when I get home. Oh, I'm gluten-free immediately. Right. Listen to me. Yeah. You have the trots because you drank a White Russian and tequila. That's why you have the trots.
Right.
Stop it. Stop the madness with this. Everybody has a disease. Everybody has food allergies.
So like Mike, we have, again, I mentioned it, we have the ice cream store, right? And we have a lot of people that come in, oh, my child is, and I take this seriously, like ridiculously seriously.
Yeah,
so when somebody says to me, because people have died, like this is no joke, people have died. I can tell you a million cases that I hear up at Rutgers. I mean, just not gluten, but peanuts and stuff. So when people come in and go, my son, daughter, husband, wife is peanut allergy, nut allergy, we tell them there's signs all over the place.
Correct.
We are a peanut, we are a nut, we are a whey. It's all over the place. And they say to us, oh, it's okay, just take it. Normally, take it out of the soft serve, right? Because the soft serve's clean, it's sanitized. But that doesn't mean, and I tell them this, right? That doesn't mean that we didn't have a rag that touched peanuts.
Sure.
And then clean the machine with sanitizer. Like,
Right.
there's residual. So I'm like seriously serious about it. And people go, no, it's okay. My kid isn't that bad with it. Okay. But some people like, oh, they're definitely. But the ice cream store down the street said as long as we take out of the soft serve, I'm like, nah, go to them then. Because if your kid is that allergic and we've even touched anything with, I don't want to be that person that tells that parent, I screwed up. Right? So that,
I
God
agree.
bless you that you do the same thing.
Well, the
with
first
people.
time I ever cooked with this boy, Landon, like I said, who had 8 ingredients. 8 ingredients.
That's crazy, dude.
Not 8 ingredients in the world. And
God
when
bless
your
him.
kid bitches that he can't have, he doesn't like this or that.
Right. Can't
There's
have
a little
soda.
boy.
My
There's
little-
a little
can't
boy
have
who can
soda.
only have 8 ingredients in the world.
Ingredients.
And he doesn't bitch at all.
Right.
Did not say a word. Was happy in his life.
Right. God bless him.
I never been so
for
scared
him.
in my life to cook for him ever. I was
Of
shaking
course.
like a
Of
leaf.
course. You
Like,
don't wanna hurt somebody.
literally shaking because
Right.
if he got something that was cross-contaminated or didn't have that right ingredients, he could die.
So
Right
why
there.
are we talking about this? Why
So-
is it coming up on the channel? Well, it's obviously a hot topic, right? So I own a bakery. We have gluten all over the place. My wife, did I say that? My wife and my sister-in-law is highly intolerant. My wife is like me. She tries to, no matter what, eat whatever she wants. But when she doesn't, or when we don't eat gluten, we feel better. We do. I don't want to promote that because I have a bakery, but knowing that, I'm pivoting. I'm saying, okay, I am a bakery. We do have gluten.
But see, here's the honesty about our show. And this is where it comes down to, the honesty.
I own a bakery. I'm telling you not to eat it. I don't know. I'm like
You
a
know what I'm
mental
saying?
patient.
It doesn't get any honest in that. And that's the reality. That's the realness of the show. He's not saying, eat my bread.
Right,
because
right.
he's saying, listen, dude, I bake bread, but
But we're
I
pivoting.
feel better with it.
Right.
So that's the honest. And I hope you relate to that.
Yeah,
what
we
do.
do hope it comes through.
And you know what,
Yeah.
me, like I said, I love, I'll cook for anybody with any allergy or whatever. But the issue that I have is people that are fake and phony and just doing it for popularity or that's bullshit.
the new
because
thing.
there are really kids and families that are struggling
Yeah.
that I know that went to CHOP and they're suffering for years and years and years over this.
And they don't know where to eat, right? So they don't know who to believe and who not to believe. And I couldn't, God bless, I have 2 wonderful, healthy, God bless them kids. I'm screwed up physically, my wife, diabetes, right? You, diabetes. We're
Correct.
screwed up. So I am blessed to have 2 children that I don't have to worry about any of this with. But I could own, my heart goes out to that parent that comes in and goes.
Absolutely.
And even here's the thing, Michael. Even if it's mental, because this is a big thing with me. I believe half of our problems are in here, right? If somebody tells us we're something, if somebody says you're gluten intolerant or peanut intolerant, I believe, this is my belief, 50% of us, it's in our head. Maybe the other 50% of it, it's true. But most of us, it's in our head. If we're told that, right? But regardless, if it's in your head, it can still kill you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the issue that I have, I will do anything for anybody, any given time, and it's been proven. I do a lot of work with FPIs, and a lot of the children from there, they come in, they specially, and I make them unbelievable dishes. The issue I have is the fake people, the people who
He gets very upset with this, by the way.
But
Just
the
letting
people
you know.
who pretend that they are. when
Stop
they're
being
really
fake!
not. Stop pretending.
Stop it!
Stop it.
Sorry.
But it really is.
Drinking
It,
too
it
much.
bothers me. It
I know it
bothers
does.
me
I know.
that you are fake
We're making
and
fun, but I
phony,
get it.
And,
I get it.
and listen, I'm the first one to listen. 90% of my menu is gluten free because I care about the people
It's the
coming
reality,
here,
yeah.
and that's the new world.
Yeah.
And I cook for pies, and I cook for the children or whatever. But don't pretend you're doing it for a fashion thing or to be cool, because you're just ruining it for that other child who really needs it.
Yeah,
Who
but we
really
want to.
is it.
So basically, the channel is for food people, right? We
Correct.
know, like we have a good friend, Brian Clymore.
Yes.
Right. But no, Dave. Why do I get him and his brother screwed up all the time?
Dave's the younger one. Brian's the older one.
So
Brian worked for your dad. Dave's
Yes.
the one.
Brian
Dave's,
Clymore.
Dave's famous subs.
Dave's
Dave's famous subs.
Too much alcohol. Sorry,
Best
Dave.
sub in Lakehurst, by
So,
the way.
again,
Go to see Dave's famous subs.
Awesome sub.
I
So,
love him. He's a good
guy
friend
like
of mine.
that. His livelihood, just like mine, is on bread. Everything's on bread.
Yep.
Right? And people are coming in. Well, maybe I'm not going to go to Dave's famous subs because he's got gluten all over the place, right? So Dave's looking for something to do. I'm looking for something to help him. I have only wraps, and this is the reason that is my bakery going to become gluten free? No. but we need to pivot with what's going on. And
Well,
that's why
it's
we're
a change
talking
of
about
times, correct.
it. Yeah, and that's why we're talking
And
about
we'll put a link for Dave's Famous Subs.
Yeah, we'll put Dave. Woohoo!
Yeah, we love you, brother.
He's
And
a customer, good customer.
He is a good customer, and he always talks about you. Pick up
He
his
always
in the morning,
and he does come here a lot, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He's a great customer of mine and of John's, and he's a good friend of both of ours. We grew up with him, and
Both of
his
his whole
brother
family
and
his whole family
his
works
sister
for my
Stacy.
family.
You know, we
God
graduated
love
Stacy.
Yep, God
who's
love her.
Absolutely
We're
beautiful.
all gonna link you up on this.
A beautiful, beautiful woman,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just
she's
a
awesome.
fantastic family that we love. The
And we love when
Claymores-
you come to. She's where is it? Where you live, Stacy?
I don't know where she lives, but
God
you know what?
country,
The
right?
Claymores are just
Sorry.
absolutely great family, and we love it.
But
Bobby
again-
Miller too, by the way. He's a good friend.
Oh, boy, that's
Bob Miller,
That's
yeah,
his real
he's-
good friend. Yeah.
We love you too, man.
So we're on a tangent, but here's the whole point of the
Thank you.
episode is talking about gluten and how it's an issue for us food guys, because it is, right? We have to deal with it.
Yes.
And the whole point of the channel is talking about things that are affecting us. Gluten
And listen,
really affecting
we
us.
hook people up. We just don't like the fake people. So leave your comments. We'd love to hear what you got to say about it. I know a
Thanks
lot of
for
chefs
tuning in.
and restaurateurs have to talk about gluten-free.
And here's the thing: if you want to call me, we are working on a recipe right now. I don't have it. When I do, obviously you'll be one of the first person to try it. I'm hoping
Absolutely.
it's not going to suck.
Always.
I'm sure it's going to suck at first, but if you have some questions about it, Mike's doing gluten-free
90%
menus.
of menu, yeah.
I'm trying to create a product, so you can IM us or ask us some questions. We'd be more than
Absolutely.
happy to.
We do care about the public. We just hate the fake people. Leave your comment
Subscribe,
below.
hit the bell.
Absolutely.
Good
Bing,
talking to you guys. We are the $1 Million
Million
Food Guys. All right, cool. That's 3 in a row. We're on a frickin' roll. Go ahead. We'll start. But soy.
Can we start right now?
Yeah. We'll
Let's get
do it. Yeah.
All right.